Well, could you turn around for a second? What's the problem? We're all girls. Oh no, this is the secret ritual of the shoe. You must respect the customs. Just turn around already. I'll be changed in no time. After ensuring her privacy by turning away all the gaze, Song-Che anxiously began to change her clothes. Meanwhile, her friends, looking the other way, began to whisper amongst themselves. I think Song-Che is acting weird. It took you that long to notice. Fine, then you give us an analysis. I'm no good at this. Why don't you do it, Entropy? I'm not sure myself, but if it were me, it would really make me so sad to say goodbye to a group of people I just met. But still, what's wrong, Song-Che? How should I put it? Since we're not looking at each other face to face, can I ask you something? A bit embarrassing. There's nothing wrong if you enjoy changing in front of others. I'll keep a secret. What kind of person do you think I am? Whatever is on your mind, just get out with it. Fine, if you say so. What do you think of me? You don't have to think about it too seriously. Just tell me whatever thoughts crosses your mind first. Over the last century, you're the only friends I've made. It'd be a real pity if I didn't ask you this. I see. I say you're incredibly hardworking. Me? Hardworking? Yeah, at first glance, you appear to be good for nothing, who's all talk and no action. I was going to say timid, but you have limited combat ability. Penny-wise, but you're more concerned about others' opinion. Alright, that's enough. You've already torn me to shreds. That's just her preferred style of speech. I'm just being honest. Compared with other shoes, you seem extraordinarily ordinary, but now even. You've always been the kindest to those around you. During Fear Gathering and our adventures, you've never given up. It's truly remarkable how you attack life with such fervor. This might be your only merit, but it's enough to win me over. My opinion is about the same. Really? Why are you so surprised? I thought you'd be harder on me, Crazy. People always get the wrong impression of me. In fact, I'm known for being fair. Sure. Let me think. My opinion of you might be even simpler. How should I put it? I think the two of us are actually quite similar. We're just cute, ordinary girls, that's all. I get thinking about me as ordinary, but with all that's happened, how could you possibly consider yourself an ordinary girl? Of course I am. You've got to be more flexible when determining what's counted as ordinary. Besides, didn't I also mention cute? That's very important. Totally precedented over ordinary. Sure. Now that you mentioned it... Oh, sorry, Entropy. Could you wait a moment before sharing your answer? I've just finished changing. What do you think? That's really impressive. Clothes make a woman. Told you I wasn't lying. Have you picked your jaws up off the ground yet? That's certainly an outfit befitting a shrew. Thank you for the compliment. Oh yeah, sorry for interrupting. You wanted to say what you think of me? I don't have anything special to say. I agree with Sana. Right, and this outfit just confirmed it for me. You aren't cute and ordinary girl. Entropy, you... What's wrong? Nothing. I feel great. It's just that the shoe's power have started to resonate. Which means it's time for you to depart like we agreed on. I see. Thank you all so much for being with me today. You accompanied me to visit the places I wanted to visit, eat the food I want to eat, and play the games I want to play. And you're right here when I finally put on this outfit I dreamed of. And you've shared your truest thoughts with me. What can I say? I never thought that after 100 years, I, Ch3-Ph1-Pt7, not only would be able to make real friends, but 4 of them. Don't be like this, Sana. You're making this feel like a funeral. But once the passage closes, we'll never see each other again. No one can tell what the future has in store for us. Who knows? After the ceremony, we might be able to get rid of the shadow calamity once and for all. When that happens, after a few decades or centuries, Master or some other capable shrew might just find a way to reactivate the anchor of the apocalypse. Yeah, you have a point. Alright, I've done everything I wanted to today. From now on, I've got to join Master, attend to serious business. You're actually... The rite of the 7 shrew is about to begin. All persons not expected at the ceremony, please leave at once. Let's go. Ch3 has her responsibility. Take care, Ch3. What did you want to say to her? I was going to say that she's not only ordinary and cute, she's also a terrible liar. We're finally gonna say goodbye to Langqiu. I guess we have to. We all have a mission of our own. Yeah, it's time to return to Axia. The tremulous echoes of farewell lingered long after the footsteps had faded into silence. The girl, dressed in her elaborate costume, let out a gasp, as if something had suddenly dawned on her. With my keen senses, nothing escapes me, especially in such an open space. Just as I expected, they all thought I was incapable of lying, but in the end, I still managed to deceive you. Farewell, my friends. Thank you for allowing yourselves to be hoodwinked. The girl bowed her head, quietly sending out the blessing in a space devoid of any other presence but her own. Was the blessing near, or did it come from afar? Then she heard the sound of her fate. The shrew of deception is ready.
已经做好了准备。
This is
这里是
the Sea of
数据之
Data.
海。
What
怎么
happened?
回事？
I thought the
末
anchor
日
of
之
the
矛不是应该
apocalypse
能
was
直接把我
supposed
们
to
送
send
回楼下
us
吗？
straight back to
根据之
Axia.
前的经
It
验，
should have
这
based
是
on
如此。
experience.
难不成
Was the anchor
是
in
廊桥
Langqiu
的末日之门
broken?
坏了？
No, that
不，
portal connecting to
我们来时
Langqiu
的
is
通
still
路
intact.
连接廊桥的入口还在。
Then
为什么
what's
我们
keeping
会
us
滞留在这
here?
里呢？
Maybe
或许
something's interfering with
有
the
什么在阻
anchor.
碍末日之矛正常运作？
Well,
今
let's
天
search
在这里
around
有
for
记
some
忆室，
clues.
我们在周围找找线索吧。
Yeah. Is this a shadow from
这是
Langqiu?
廊
Why
桥
did
的
it
影子，
spread here?
为什么会蔓延到这里来？这次应该不是多
It
尼格
can't
尔
be
了吧？
Donigui this time.
难道是？
Wait, could it be?
小心，眼睛里藏着怪
Watch
物！
out, there are monsters lurking in the shadows.
久等了，西娜。别！天罚时刻！
I've got a strange feeling that after everything that's happened, we've ended up right back at the beginning. No, the problem that Langqiu and Axia are facing right now are much more serious than what they used to be.
可比那要严重得多。
Perception.
绝！
And perception, where have you been hanging around all this
这么长
time?
时间你都去哪里闲逛了？
Hanging around?
闲
I
逛。
will not stand for such
即使
outrageous
是对一件
splendor
工具
even
来
as a
讲，
tool.
这般诽谤重伤也称得上匪夷所思。
As the shrew of gadget, I've been gazing at everything pertaining to Langqiu's shadows at all times. What else could I have been doing? Did you seriously
难道你
expect
指望
me
我
to
会和
join
你一
Songque's
道
farewell
参加松
party?
雀的送别会吗？
It's only been a while, but her
明明只
rancorous
是一段时
ways
间
are
不见，
making me
我好像已
uncomfortable.
经不适应这家伙的恶劣性格了。
What do you mean by the
绝，
problems
你
that
刚
Langqiu
刚
and
所说
Axia
的
are facing?
廊丘和欧夏面临的问题是指什么？
Not really a
不
big
算什么大
deal.
事。影灾即
The
将
shadow
完成时
calamity is
候，
pushing
廊
Langqiu
丘
to the
很快
brink
就
of
会分崩
collapse.
离析。
Amorphous,
超
with
越
power
实相之
surpassing
无
the
效，
Ten
将
Faces,
搅动
will
全面
unleash
式
the
的
tides
活
of
力。
apocalypse. When that
届
happens,
时
I doubt Axia will
恐
be
怕
able to
欧夏
defend
也难以
itself.
独善其身。这已经
That's
不
not
是
a
什么
big
大事。
deal.
绝，
Stop
别
beating
多说
around
嘴
the bush
告诉我们到底
perception.
发生了
Tell
啥
us？what's
以索取
really
的效果为首。
happening.
预影其实我应该
The
正在举行付
venerable
出影灾
seven
的仪
shoes,
式。
led by
为什么
Songque's
其他反而
master,
恶化？
should be
很简
conducting a
单，
ceremony.
因为所谓
It's
的仪
simple. The
式
so-called
从一开
ceremony
始
has
就
been
是
a
这
lie
场
from the
彻底的
start.
谎言。
What's that
你这是
supposed to
什
mean?
么意思啊？你们
You
和
and
松
Songque,
雀以及其
along
他
with the other
树一样，
shoes, have placed too
我们
much
不能
trust
信
in
任
that
那
great
位伟大的
master.
师傅。你是
You mean
说
Baiji?
白吉？人心难察。
No
人
one
言似
could
的
have predicted that the very
谁能
person who
料到
single-handedly united the seven shoes and thus altered Langqiu's destiny has in fact fallen
实
victim
际
to the
上早已
madness
陷
in
入
his
无名绝望的
desperation?
癫狂？你是想说
Are you suggesting the ceremony never had a chance of
其实根本不可能
succeeding?
成功？
Has Mr. Baiji
大
been
吉
lying
先
to
生，
us and Songque
欺
all
骗了松雀
along?
和我们。不，
No, it's more than
人也
that.
不止。
He has been lying to everyone,
他欺
including
骗了所有
himself.
人，包括他自己。
This is
欲影
the
之
last
影
shadow
向
left
自
by the
负
shadow
的
rulers.
如
Death,
死亡
the end of the road.
结合
Union, pleasure,
小心
destruction.
默契
They all have played out their
他
parts
们均
to
已在
their
西域
conclusion,
预设的舞台
all
上
on the stage set up by falsehood. Are you saying that Baiji's ceremony is going to get them all killed? How is that possible?
我不会欺
I
骗
would
各
never
位
lie to you.
是虚
Take a
是
look
实
yourself, and the truth will be revealed.
是这边吗？
I can recall when I first heard this sentiment. A book is said to be a reflection of its author's life. Their book reads like witnessing their every word and deed. Observing those words and actions resonates deeply within. Such resonance, they say, is union. Yes, it was once a bastion of purity and nobility. The ideal and dreams of the angels intertwined, sanctified by the river saintess, cleansed of earthly impurities, and sprouted wings. But just before soaring to the pinnacle, they plunged. Corruption surged anew, their wings welting into mere parchment. In hushed whispers, souls dissipated. All that lingered was a heap of squalid remnants. A melodic dance tune started in the distance. Lip dance. The music implored in their ears. One day, my kin, you shall earn their genuine admiration, commanded the authoritative voice. Yes, father. Leap and dance, leap and dance. An eerie dance seemed to be underway in the splendid hall. The phantoms, who had once lived out their wildest dreams, were gathered here like a spectral pack of hyenas. Leap and dance, leap and dance, leap and dance. They gathered around the being who had once bestowed supreme pleasure upon them, hoping to dance again under her protection, losing themselves in a brand new banquet. Until they found that the mistress of pleasure had been reduced to an empty husk. The betrayal named Death had come knocking at her door. So the phantom scurried away, leaving behind only desperate cries that no one could hear. And after that, darkness, desolation, and fear ruled the world. Her intuition was ever sharp. It outran her thoughts, enabling swift action and tangible outcomes. Shedding excess baggage and strong-arming through obstacles, such was the path tread by the solitary heir to the name Lantern. However, the skilled swimmer drowns and the adept rider falls. This has been an undeniable truth. One who feeds on centuries-old relentless strife as sustenance will inevitably meet the warrior's end. Not from carelessness or lack of readiness, her intuition had long sensed the impending peril. Yet, despite the premonition, Lantern couldn't stave off the slaughter. For fate, they say, has trailed us since our very first breath. Oh right, I almost forgot. It didn't survive the disaster either. Look if you want. It was Donigwe, a dead dog. The shoes and Donigwe, they're all dead. Whether you believe it or not, the truth remains unchanged. You have just witnessed their ending. Mr. Baiji, how? It is as I said. Out of desperation, Baiji has deceived even himself. If there were truly a ceremony that could eliminate the shadow calamities once and for all, why would he have to take the lives of the 7 truths? Falsehood. After 100 years of struggling, he has finally done something true to his title. Wait, if Baiji was really lying to everyone, including himself, what about Song-Che? She stayed at the ceremony venue. I have a bad feeling about this. And Perception, find out what's happened to Song-Che. Relax, Song-Che is safe for now. However, since 4/7 of the power won't provide sufficient power, Baiji has set off to sacrifice her. We need to save her. Let's think this through. To save Song-Che's life, you need to confront the most powerful Shu. Even if you succeed, you might still forever lose your chance to return to Axia. 5 of the 7 Shus are already dead. Given the surging shadow calamities, perhaps the safest course of action now is to have Axia drift away in the sea of data. But that's just a fail-safe. I'm sure Chen Xue will think of it. Meanwhile, we should attempt something only Wei can pull off. If the 7 Shus are getting the ending they deserve, yet you've decided to go back? The 4-person all exchange a darting glance. Yes, Song-Che is our friend. We've got to save her. Of course, count me in. Yeah, for me and Talia, it makes no difference which Bible universe we're in. If that's the case, then I'll be the ideal tool and help you fulfill your wish. As for the price you'll have to pay, that can wait until later.
工作、运动、阅读，希望有一天，我的精力能锻炼到像幽兰戴尔前辈那样。您好
Hello there.
要置办新衣
Are
服
you
吗？
looking for a new
可以
style?
进店慢慢挑
Feel
选。
free to take a look around. The store is quite unique. Thank you for your kind words, but actually, we here at Taylor Thoughts have been updating our designs and styles recently. Previously, our designs were seen as slightly outdated, so we've been trying new styles to attract more customers. You've probably guessed that my inspiration comes from Miss Thelema. Unfortunately, even though Thelema's design concept have been passed down through the ages, I find her ideas quite avant-garde, and I can only learn so much. Nonetheless, the principles and skills I've acquired will ensure that Jessie has a more stable upbringing. How marvelous would it have been if I had been Thelema's contemporary? Oh, there I go again. Apologies.
继续训练会更好。闲下来总觉得不太安心。
Transcendence.
或许
Can humans be like this? For the man, the darkness before him seemed to hold something else. After all, it was so effortless for emptiness to become a concept of complete non-existence to him. Why can humans be like this? He didn't know how things had come to this point. He couldn't help but ponder. Long ago, when the gods chose to create, perhaps it wasn't out of a sense of duty, but rather the act itself held a temptation. If so, can I still be called human? The man, often considered a sage, seemed somewhat lost as he voiced this question. Before exerting the power before him, whether it was the flow of time or a fleeting glimpse of a star halo, anything he contemplated was so elevated. Future matters or another story. But at this point, he, who should have been esteemed beyond measure, felt like an animal discovering for the first time the merciless fire used for cooking meat. Even he, apart from being dazzled by this power, couldn't do anything else in the short term. The only difference was that he was more aware than others that the more powerful a tool, the more important it was to understand its limits from the outset. For this reason, he continued to try. The lifeless were no longer worth mentioning. Everything visible to him could instantly conjure up corresponding counterfeits, like shadows of reality, indistinguishable in truth. Living beings were no longer worth dwelling on, even though he couldn't truly create something from nothing in this regard. In the past 2 hours alone, merely to save space, he had killed himself many times. At this point, he still considered it unremarkable. Creating something from nothing in the world he inhabited was merely a slight dangerous natural phenomenon. Even though it wasn't as unrestricted as it was at this moment, he had long been able to do it. But what more could there be beyond this? What kind of godlike creation could justify the unprecedented he had just obtained? The answer seemed imminent, but new questions arose in tandem. What exactly did the man do at the very beginning? No one ever knew afterwards. Yet, not long after, a girl stumbled into a library, pleading for connection, and recounted her experience. Though limited in scope, she claimed to have seen a wild expanse where rules were completely chaotic, where all seasons coexisted, day and night intertwined. Fish swam in the sky, and birds could sleep at the bottom of flowing water. In her mind, the question lingered: can humans be like this? What kind of person is worthy of such a feat?